If he's come over illegally, he won't get any
I'm
benefits.
not talking about illegals. I'm talking about legals. Right?
Okay, but then they've got a work visa.
No, but that's not the case, and we know this because 47% of London's social housing is going to immigrants. Right?
Let's talk about it all.
No. I really want to hammer on this point, right?
Okay.
So this is a categoric injustice to the tax-paying people of Britain. You are one of these people.
Yeah, we do. We
were
pay.
born and raised in Britain,
Yeah.
and some foreigner is taking your money to slack around in a house all day.
Who said they're slacking around in a house? Where's your proof on that? Where's your evidence on that?
Because they need social housing, right? If you're working hard, you don't need a social house.
But then you say that to the people who are born in this country as well, because they're also sat in social housing.
Say that, but then there's a difference here.
What's the difference? Colour of skin?
They're British.
The hue of your...
They're British. It's not about hue, it's about lineage. Right? They don't come from somewhere else.
But okay, Carl.
Comes from someone else. He has a country, a family, a history, a lineage in a different country. And now he's arrived on our shores, and the British government...
To help the economy. When they're working and they're working, they're
but he's not helping the economy if he's being given a social house.
Okay.
That is a drain on the economy.
That's also a myth.
It's not a myth.
The drain on this economy is also people born. You're saying, okay.
I'm not saying.
Okay, this is what you're saying.
Aren't a drain as well.
Okay, this is what you're saying. Okay, I understand what you're saying now.
Right.
Okay, I get what you're saying. Correct me if I'm wrong. You're saying that actually there are people born in this country that also are a drain and a burden to our system, to our infrastructure, to et cetera, but actually they're allowed because they're English.
We can't get rid of them.
Right. They're allowed because they're white.
No, they're allowed because the government's soft.
Right. But but the Ahmed from wherever isn't allowed because he's a foreigner. Now, let's take that argument back to the 1960s, 50s when my dad came over. Mm-hmm. They said the same then. And my dad paid his taxes.
Yeah,
my
but we didn't have a benefit system then like we do now.
They did. They used to say the exact same thing back then.
The benefit system is wildly inflated since the 50s.
Possibly, but then back then they used to say they're also a burden